Hey, hi, it's Marty. Welcome to the Sober Kitchen. We're gonna spend another little bit of time together preparing a great meal. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna make a great nutritious pasta dish. We're gonna do it on a budget, and more importantly, we're gonna do it completely 100% sober. Yes, sober. Let's first of all talk about how we're going to do this inexpensively. Angel hair pasta, great value. Got it at Walmart, 98 cents. It's going to feed a family of 4. We're going to cook the whole box today. I got a $1.69 jar of regular pasta sauce. I got regular because I don't understand what meat flavor is in sauce, so we're not using meat flavor. We're gonna make it our own, and I'll show you how we're gonna do that. We got some cheese. This is brand new. Got this yesterday at Walmart. $2.69. We're gonna use about 3 tablespoons of it, so about 18 cents. We are, in fact, going to use minced garlic, not the clove garlic. We never use clove garlic because if you leave clove garlic anywhere and you have pets and they find it, if you have a dog, they eat it, they'll die. Don't do it. We got an onion. I got 4 pounds of onions for $2.85. This is probably 30 cents. Pasta paste. I got this actually on sale at Schnucks. The whole thing was $2.98. I've made pasta 4 or 5 times, and that's all I've used. So we're going to use about 30 cents worth of this stuff. We're going to add 2, maybe 3 tablespoons of this to our sauce. It'll thicken it up and make it really nice. The real kick in the head, though, is this. Ground beef, 80/20. Are you kidding me? 1 pound of this at Walmart, $5.68. 1 pound. Ridiculous. But we're going to get started. I do not have a cutting board. I don't know why. So I'm going to try to use this little gizmo to do my onions to add to the sauce. We'll see. Hopefully we don't need to call an ambulance. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started. We're going to brown the beef, obviously. When you talk about sobriety and talk about the impact that sobriety has on your life, and more importantly, the impact that addiction had on your life, one of the great pains of addiction is the fact that your money's gone. It's always gone. It's always somewhere. It's either spent on booze. It's either spent on stuff that resulted from you abusing or using. Your money just seems to vanish. So I have found cooking to be a great way for me to, 1, keep track of where I'm spending my money, 2, to eat better, 3, to occupy my time and give me a purpose and a goal and an objective instead of looking for the next drink, the next score, the next whatever it is. So that's what we're going to do. Right now I'm going to start browning in the meat. I'm going to start the water for the pasta. Let me say this. When you're boiling water for pasta, which I didn't turn on the oven, turn it on. If you do not put salt in your water before you prepare your pasta, you are not smart enough to be sober. Put salt in your water to make pasta. I'm begging you. I'm telling you. If I ever invite you into my kitchen to cook and you make pasta and you do not put salt in the water, I'll beat you to death with the angel hair pasta. All right. So we got that browning, we got that going. Originally we talked about establishing SMART goals and goals for the day, and checking off the box, right? Today, as always, I started my SMART goal. My first goal of the day was to go work out. I accomplished that. I wrote it down. Those of you that aren't familiar with what a SMART goal is, a SMART goal is something it's very simple. SMART, S, specific. My goal this morning was I was going to get up and go run on the treadmill or the Stairmaster, period. Specific. That was specific. SMART, second. M, measurable. Is it measurable? Yeah, hey, guess what? I ran my fat ass on the treadmill for 31 minutes. That's measurable. Yep, I did it. A, attainable. Is it attainable? Well, it was attainable because I did it, in fact, for 31 minutes. I was on the treadmill, actually the stair climber, for 31 minutes. So it was attainable. It's something that I did. Is it realistic? Yes, it's realistic that I get my ass out of bed and go and exercise. That's a realistic goal. Yes. And 3, can it be measured by time? For me, yes, it was 31 minutes. That's how long I worked out. I hear the meat browning, so I'm going to go ahead and break that up a little bit. But I think it's essential that you do set goals for each day. Goals need to be obtained one way or the other. And they don't have to be extreme. It really doesn't. You can write a goal, a SMART goal of, I want to sit down and I want to read for 30 minutes. Okay, specific. I'm going to read for 30 minutes. Measurable. Yes. 30 minutes time. I'm going to read for 30 minutes. Is it attainable? I don't know. Can you hold your attention long enough to read for 30 minutes? Yeah, that should be able to be achieved. Is it realistic? Yes, it's realistic that I can read for 30 minutes. And is it measurable? Is it timeable? Does it have a time limit? Yes, 30 minutes. Easy. Check it off. You accomplish something, you can move on with your day. And you spent 30 minutes doing something healthful, beneficial, healthy. Get your brain stimulated and get your mind off of not drinking or using. Speaking of which, I am addicted to coffee, so I am going to take a sip of coffee right now. But anyway, this is browning. So it's going to brown. I don't know what that is. It's going to brown. I am going to add just a wee bit of pepper to it, because that's kind of my thing, I guess. My water is going. It's already boiling, right? I'm showing this to make a point. If you don't put salt in your boiling water when you make pasta, you're an idiot. So, I just salted my water. Okay, that part is done. Over. Now the next part is, I don't have a cutting block or a cutting board, as I mentioned, which I just can't fathom why I don't have one. But anyway, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to prepare this. Ruin the countertop. I'm going to peel off the skin of the onion. Ooh, this is a potent onion. And then I'm going to try to use this little gizmo I think this is how you do it. I've never used one before. That's going to be too much, so I'm going to cut my onion in half. Again, probably, yeah, damaging my countertop. I'm going to place it in there, and yes, okay, it worked. So it cut, well, kind of worked. It cut my onion a little bit. It got it to the point now that it becomes very easy for me now. I can just boom, 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 and we're done. And again, ruining the countertop. So I'm going to throw that into the ground beef. Let that fester and do its thing. You know, cooking doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be fancy. I mean, look at my kitchen. I have no Viking ranges. I have no laminar flow hoods. I have no, blending machines. I don't have any of that crap. Nope. But I can still cook, and I can still enjoy myself and still occupy my time. The meat's taking a little longer than I had hoped it would. But anyway, so then the other part of cooking, this is the part of cooking that I do not like. I do not like cleaning up. I hate it. If there was no such thing as a garbage compactor, trash compactor, whatever you want to call it, I'd have cockroaches everywhere because I hate to clean. But we're going to do that. We're going to brown. If you have any questions, any concerns, anything that you want to talk about, please feel free to comment. I'll take a look at the comments. I'll review them. And, maybe on the next episode, we can prepare a dish that you want to prepare. We can talk about topics that you want to talk about. All I'm just here showing you what I do, what is part of my survival mode in recovery. And for me, it's cooking. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. So once this meat starts browning and the onions start breaking down and getting ready to go, what we're going to do is we're going to add our garlic. Minced garlic, by the way. Again, we're not using cloves. Cloves kill dogs. I don't have fancy measuring stuff, so I'm going to say that this is probably a tablespoon. I'm throwing that right in there, calling that good. Again, I hate to clean. I do have the dishwasher right here, so I'm throwing that in immediately. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, because if I don't do it now, I'll never remember to do it. So there we go. All right, our water is full-fledged boiling. We're going to add the angel hair pasta. And I'm telling you, folks, if you don't get the angel hair pasta that's already been cut in half, you're out of your mind. Anyway, we're going to do that. Remember, I've salted my container, so it's ready to go. There it goes. My angel hair pasta is in there. We're going for al dente, right? Al dente. It's Italian, I believe. I don't know what it means, but I know it's 7 minutes. So I am going to go here, and I'm going to set my timer to 7 minutes. Bada boom. There we go. This is really starting to smell nice. I probably will not drain the fat off of the meat, mainly because I don't know why. It might be just because I'm lazy, but typically I don't, and I think it's a good mix when you buy the canned pasta instead of making it from scratch. leaving some of that fat in there. So we're gonna keep going. Yeah, that's really starting to smell good. Yeah, we're getting there. We are still at 7 minutes, so we're nowhere near ready on the pasta. But that amount of pasta, now just so that we get back to what we're talking about with the finances. This should, if I extend this out correctly, this should provide a meal for four decent size helpings. And the way that I've calculated it out, and I didn't break this down. This was $2.97 for the whole thing. We're not going to use the whole thing. To the best of my math skills, it comes out to, it's going to be about $2.21 a serving, which is not bad. If you're single like myself and you're living by yourself and you make this dish, this is 4 meals, 4 different meals for under $6. That's not bad. And if I could kill my own cow, it'd even be better, because the price of beef is the rub here. So I guess I want people to feel comfortable. Oh, there's a response. I want people to be comfortable asking questions. Maybe not even so much about the cooking. The cooking is, I'm not going to do anything elaborate. I'm going to do it on a budget and do it affordably, do it sober, and talk about some things that have helped me in sobriety. But I want it to be your kitchen. Your kitchen. All I am is I'm just the guy moving the stuff around. But I want it to be your show. Your participation really is going to make a difference. I do have a question. Let me stir that up for a second. What do we got? Oh, that is a valid point. A young lady just asked, what do you do if you associate cooking with drinking? This young lady says that every time that she's ever cooked anything in her kitchen, she's always drank wine. Always. Well, guess what? In the sober kitchen, you don't drink wine. So that's, and I'm not making light, I'm not making fun of you. I'm not poking fun of anybody that's got struggles. Believe me, I'm not. The simple fact of the matter is, then maybe cooking, maybe sober kitchen isn't your part of your journey for recovery. Maybe that's something that you have to separate yourself from. If cooking is a trigger for you, don't freaking cook. Just don't. Sorry, but it drink a cup of coffee. Pour yourself a glass of grape juice. Get yourself a Gatorade. Anything. The idea is to change lifestyle, to change patterns, to change routines that led to trouble, led to addiction, led to abuse. Cooking for me is just therapeutic. It's therapeutic. I've been rambling on now for almost 20 minutes. This is 20 minutes that my mind is completely occupied with preparing a meal. I'm not thinking about drinking. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm thinking about making a nice meal, budget conscious, and doing it sober. And then after I eat this meal that I prepared, then I move on to the next goal, right? That's the whole point. That's the whole focus. That's a good question. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you, by the way, Rachel R. I appreciate that. But oh yeah, we're going now. My angel hair pasta has about 50 seconds to go, and it should be al dente, which I hope somebody will Google that and actually tell me what it means. I want to say it means not fully cooked. Probably not. Here we go though. It's done. Al dente. So we're coming over. I'm going to dump this out. I'm going to drain this. Now, also, here's something else to keep in mind, folks. When you drain your pasta, no matter what, when you drain your pasta, drain it with not cold water. If you drain it with too cold of water, what happens is the starches release more, and your pasta becomes very thick and very, I guess the best way to say would be unfulfilling. It's not rewarding. It's kind of like eating starch. Anyway, all right, so we're going to kill that. This is ready to go. This is good. This is browned, ready to go. The onions have really luminesced. They're ready to go. Got a little bit of the meat left to go. And that'll be done. Oh, another question. Hey, Brian. Brian says... Oh, okay. Brian says I don't know how the hell to cook pasta. Well, thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But I do know how to make pasta. I'm not making pasta in the traditional sense because I'm making pasta on a budget. I'm making a healthy meal on a budget. I get it. Yes, I should have used Roma tomatoes. Yep, I should have sliced them up. I should have done. I get it. I know what you're saying. That's not realistic. It's not realistic on a budget. It's not realistic for somebody that might be new in recovery. It's not supposed to cause stress. These are supposed to be simple, straightforward things. This is ready to go. So now this is ready to go. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. All right, put that in there. All right, and I am not going to drain the fat. I am going to do it over the sink though, mainly so I don't burn my damn self. There we go. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. I sure wish you could smell it because it smells phenomenal. There we go. The meat is in. The onions are in. The garlic is in. Now we're going to add the pasta or the sauce to our pasta meat mix, right? Right? Yes, we are. And here we go. So we're going to do that. When we do that, now we're going to twist that in a little bit. Turn the heat down there. I'm going to turn the heat off here so I don't freaking melt myself. But now we're cooking with some gas here. Yep. Now we've got it. We've got ourselves a nice meal. We're gonna let that just do its thing for a little bit. We're going to add a little more sauce. And we're going to add a little bit of the tomato paste. We're going to cover that up and let that warm up. Oh, it's going to be glorious. I'm going to get a bowl so I can show you the finished product here. Now keep in mind here, we still have a half a jar of this. We still have a half a jar. So we've actually made a meal for 4 people for about $1.25 a serving. So that's even better. Oh, another question. Oh, okay. That is a legitimate question. Hi. Oh, Becky. Okay. A young lady, Becky, wants to know wants to know the importance of planning your meal before you start cooking. I would say absolutely 100% do it. And the reason that I say that is, one, you can control the expense, right? You know what you're going to do. I knew I was making pasta. I knew exactly the ingredients that I needed. Boom, over, done. 2, it stops you from wasting stuff experimenting if you don't have a plan. So yeah, I would say, yeah, when you're shopping, if you're close to a grocery store, I literally am less than 150 yards from a grocery store. So for me, I can shop for each meal. And I can shop for each meal efficiently. And more importantly, I don't buy stuff that I don't need. That's the goal. All right, so it's done. Let's take a look. Let's serve one of these suckers up. Oh yeah. Come on. Give me a break. Give me a break with this. Go ahead and top it with a little cheese. Oh yeah. Give me a break. That's it. There we go. Oh yeah. And folks, there you have a $1.29 bowl of pasta. Thank you. Sober Kitchen out.